A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking revelation, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has come under fire for sharing sensitive military information regarding airstrikes on Yemen in a private Signal chat group that included his wife, brother, and personal lawyer. This incident marks the second time Hegseth has faced accusations of leaking classified military details through the commercial messaging app, raising serious concerns about the security protocols within the Pentagon. The New York Times reported that the controversial information shared in the chat included flight schedules for F/A-18 Hornets targeting Houthi militants in Yemen. This leak has sparked outrage and scrutiny, particularly as it comes on the heels of another incident where Hegseth and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz inadvertently included a journalist in a Signal group discussing the same airstrikes that occurred on March 15th. The accidental inclusion of journalist Jeffrey Goldberg led to an uproar, forcing the Trump administration to grapple with the fallout of the unintended leak. As investigations unfold, a Pentagon Inspector General's probe is currently looking into the earlier leak. The latest findings indicate that Hegseth's second Signal group chat, dubbed Defense Team Huddle, was created by him in January before his confirmation as Defense Secretary. The group comprised individuals from his personal and professional inner circle, including his wife Jennifer, who is a journalist and former Fox News producer, his brother Phil, and Tim Parlator, who serves both as Hegseth's personal lawyer and a Pentagon official. Critics are questioning the necessity of having such individuals privy to sensitive military operations, especially given the high stakes involved in national security. President Trump, who previously attributed blame for the earlier leak to Waltz, has largely dismissed calls for accountability among top officials, instead focusing on the success of the military raids against the Yemeni rebels. Meanwhile, 3 high-ranking Pentagon officials were placed on leave pending investigations into unspecified leaks within the Defense Department. These officials, Deputy Chief of Staff Darren Selnick, Senior Advisor Dan Caldwell, and Colin Carroll, have publicly defended their integrity, stating that they have not been informed of the specific allegations against them or the nature of the ongoing investigations. In a joint statement shared on social media, they expressed their support for the current administration while condemning the baseless attacks on their character. The White House has responded to the controversy, asserting that no classified information was shared within either Signal group, despite growing skepticism from former defense officials and critics of Hegseth. They argue that discussing military operations in such informal settings could jeopardize the safety of U.S. personnel engaged in active operations. Signal's end-to-end encryption offers a layer of security, yet it is not foolproof, especially if someone inadvertently gains access to a message or if an unauthorized individual is added to a chat. The ongoing controversy surrounding Hegseth's communications has added to the mounting scrutiny of his leadership at the Pentagon, which is currently managing a staggering budget of $892 billion. Last week, Hegseth took decisive action by firing 3 top officials in connection with alleged unauthorized disclosures, which they vehemently denied. John Alliott, a former Pentagon spokesperson who resigned in protest, described the department as being in total chaos, stating that the dysfunction has become a significant distraction for the president. In contrast, Sean Parnell, the current Pentagon spokesperson, has accused the media of launching a campaign against those committed to President Trump's agenda, reiterating the White House's stance that no classified information was discussed in any of the Signal chats. Meanwhile, the geopolitical landscape continues to shift as the U.S. conducts airstrikes in Yemen, which are officially framed as a response to Houthi attacks on international shipping in the Red Sea. The Houthis have claimed responsibility for numerous missile attacks on merchant vessels, asserting that they are acting in solidarity with the Palestinian cause amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. The latest U.S. airstrikes have reportedly resulted in significant casualties, with the Houthi Health Ministry claiming at least 74 deaths and 171 injuries from an attack on an oil terminal. As tensions escalate, the implications of this sensitive leak and the ongoing investigations into Hegseth's actions could have far-reaching consequences for U.S. military operations and national security policy moving forward. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.